Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions.
Hello, welcome to Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies, a research, teaching, training, and leadership institute that critically provides strategic transformational thinking to leaders and students with the opportunity to develop and create lasting impact in their institutions. Championed by a world-class faculty, one-on-one executive coaching, and peer learning, our programs are offered both online and in cohort sessions. Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies partners with academic institutions, civil society organizations, local communities looking to accelerate the impact of their leaders, more effectively engage teams, and build inclusive cultures of employee engagement and performance. We offer courses such as certificate, diploma, and advanced diploma in counseling psychology, marriage counseling, applied psychology, child mental health, conflict and peace studies, international human rights law, security and governance, and in gender studies. For enrollment, email enroll@jaglobalinstitute.org or visit us online at jaglobalinstitute.org.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord in heaven, we come to you in thanksgiving for this day, for the activities of Jacobs-Abbey Institute, for the graduates, for the alumni, for the benefactors, and for everyone who's been involved in 2022 training, for the strategic executive leadership training. Dear Lord, we ask that all that we've learned in the course of these 10 weeks, we'll put them into practice in our respective places. We'll put them to use and impact the world wherever we are. We want to pray too that the friendship we've built will be long-lasting, will be beneficial to all. Thank you for sparing our lives throughout the course of this training. Thank you for the energies and the wisdom you've given to the instructors and for the Institute itself. We pray that it will continue to grow from strength to strength. Bless those who subsidize what students pay. Bless benefactors and reward them immensely. And for today's event, we pray that it will be happily started and happily ended in you. Keep us safe and protected. In the course of this year and beyond, bless the activity of the
God bless the homeland, Ghana, and make a nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of rights. Fill our hearts with true humility make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors who with all our will and might forevermore, and help us to resist oppressors who with all our will and might forevermore.
A true leader. To be a leader, you must lead from the heart, have a commitment to your dream, and have confidence from the start. As a true leader, you must always inspire people around you and be the strength in your team. If your journey is too astray or wandering, always come back to your dream. True leader must never last for small material and focus on your task. Be true to all your answers if questions are ever asked. Leader never speak a word of doubt. Always encourage with words and actions. Build up others' characters and motivate them to make a better world for them. As a leader, one thing you must do is always be true to yourself, or you will wind up just another broken dream of the shelf. Leadership is a mindset and is noticed in your action and deeds. Encouragement lead. Be truthful to yourself and follow your dreams. Thank you.
To lead an organization effectively, you need to inspire and motivate individuals you do not have direct contact with every day. You're no longer the salesperson, the marketer, or the finance person. You're actually the orchestrator of the whole thing. As you advance in your career and start leading a division, department, or organization, you must adapt your leadership style. You need to know how to communicate purpose and vision so that your organization feels empowered to execute that vision, outperform the competition, and prepare for the future. Executive Strategic Leadership Masterclass aims to influence the mindset of people to achieve their goals in leadership. It is an online course that equips experienced team leaders with the skills, strategies, and tools to guide their organizations effectively. This masterclass program is developed and taught by the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies and is designed for existing leaders and fresh in the arena leaders, aimed at filling the gaps in strategic leadership as growing, developing, and equipping leaders to have self-value that translates to value.
As a leader, I am a collaborator and a mentor to different people. I need to delegate tasks and responsibilities to different people to showcase their God-given gifts and talents. Also, I was reminded I am a custodian of the temporal and spiritual goods of the church. I should be prepared to be accountable to my congregation, and I will be held responsible and accountable in the daily running of the affairs of the church.
Through the study so far, I've incorporated what I've learned to become a better communicator and a leader in my company and to my employees. I'm incorporating all of these strategies I've learned over this past couple of weeks to help make my company more successful.
You'll have the opportunity to grapple with the distinct challenges they face, leading large dispersed organizations. Ultimately, you're responsible for the tempo of how things get done, and you've got to make sure that you're not too far ahead of everyone. You lose them. Through self-assessment, peer feedback, and projects you apply to your own work, you'll come away from this course with a clear understanding of your leadership style and how to prepare for the next phase of your leadership journey. We hope you join us in Organizational Leadership, hosted by Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies.
Ladies and gentlemen, It gives me great pleasure on this August occasion to introduce the Executive Director of the Jacobs-Abbey Institute for Global Studies, a scientific researcher, consultant, diplomat, and expert in global public health policy. He has an extensive background in international human rights, leadership, and conflict resolution. He is also a distinguished fellow from the Institute of Comparative Studies, University of Connecticut, and also holds an associate degree in health information management and a Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration from Purdue Global University. He also holds a Master of Business Administration degree in Healthcare Management and Health Policy from Donald R. Tapia School of Business, St. Leo University, and a PhD in Health Services with a special concentration in Public Health Policy from College of Health Science, Walden University. This great man serves at the United Nations Institute for Research and Training and is a frequent speaker at the United Nations and a keynote speaker at charitable events across the globe. He is currently the Global Diplomatic Council Special Envoy to the African Union and the United Nations. Aside his diplomatic life, he has sacrificed a part of his life to serve as a friend, confidant, counselor, and a teacher to many around the world. But most importantly, he is a wonderful family man. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Samuel Jacobs-Abbey, Executive Director of the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies. Thank you.
Today is a beautiful day. I am so excited and so grateful to God for how far it has brought the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies. Today marks a remarkable day in the history of our institute. Today is another commencement, another graduation, a moment where we pause to celebrate all of our wins. Today I'm so excited that we have 56 students from 40 countries and 4 continents graduating today from our Executive Strategic Leadership Masterclass. I am so proud of our students. They work so hard. They collaborate with each other. They spend sleepless nights working on different projects, taking quizzes, discussion polls, having fun, and learning as usual. And so today, as we gather, it's a moment to honor them and to celebrate all of their great wins. Here at the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies, we give nothing but the best. We encourage our students to give off their best, because it is often said, if you give your best, you get the best of results. And so today, I am so excited once again that we have the opportunity to celebrate great wins. As the Executive Director of this institute, I want to remind all students that your work begins from now. As you graduate from this institute, this is just the beginning of greater things ahead of you. You are going to encounter a lot of opportunities out there. And this is the time where you need to sit back and bring back all the things that you've learned from this great institute. From across the world, you have bonded, you have built relationships in 40 countries from 4 continents. What good is it of these relationships if you are not able to utilize it to achieve your goal? This year's theme for our commencement is leading with intent and diligence. As aspiring leaders, it is your responsibility to allow the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies philosophy to permeate through all your thoughts and all your actions and all your doing, which is leading with intent. I am once again excited and very happy for all of you. And I pray that you will keep touch with this institution. We will continue to be a good resources for you, and we will support you in whatever ways and means we can. And we also look forward to welcome you back as a returning students of our numerous programs that we offer in this institution. As we wrap up our moment together in this institution with you, I am so emotional that through our collective efforts, we've been able to produce the best of the best. Therefore, I challenge each and every one of you that as you go out there, remember, you are an ambassador of this institute and you hold high the flag of this institute. Always remember, we are with you wherever you are. As we say, be inspired and we move. Because we move together to achieve a common goal. God bless you. And once again, congratulations for your successful graduation. God bless you.
All protocols observed, let me take this opportunity to congratulate the 2022 Masters class. And I have to say that as you cherish the fruits of your hard work for the last 10 weeks, I wish that success keeps following you in everything that you do, today and always. Congratulations and happy graduation. I hope you are well equipped to go and use these skills in your places of work, in the community. And I have no doubt to say that the Jacobs-Abbey Global Leadership Institute believes in good governance. We will continue to equip our students for this life and the life to come. I welcome you to join the alumni group so that we keep on bettering this institution and growing from one step to another. Thank you so much, and congratulations, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Congratulations to the ESLM 2022. You have done it for yourself, your family, and your future. You have done it as a proof of your commitment towards your next endeavor. You have done it to prove that you don't let things happen, but you make things happen. You take actions when necessary to match your ambitions to be different. One thing is to dream. The next thing is to make actions towards actualizing your dream. I know for a fact that thousands applied for this program or wanted to get into this program but didn't. But you did. I also know that many started the program but didn't get to the finish line. Today, despite your various teams, I am adding all of you to Team Resilient, not because they won the case competition, but because you were resilient enough not to quit, despite the rigorous 10 weeks of constant learning, assignments, and case studies. That brings me to the quote from my soon-to-release book of The Power of Sacrifice. There comes a time when you have to do whatever it takes to get what you want. By this, I mean whatever it takes in a good and professional manner. You have shown commitment to improve your leadership and managerial skills. I was privileged to facilitate one of the classes on operations management and how it impacts customer service, and I saw firsthand the level of commitment and attention you all gave to the lecture. I am sure that you have already started implementing what you learned in the entire program to effect changes in your various organizations. Some people get diplomas and certificates, but just mean a piece of paper for them. But majority, and all of you in this cohort, I believe, We treat this as something more than gold. I said gold because knowledge is power, and the knowledge you have gained from this masterclass has the power to get you to greater heights and perhaps offer you things that worth more than gold. I want to leave you with 3 powerful beliefs that have helped me to become who I am today. The first, your identity. You have been prepared, so go. Face the world of leadership, the world of education and entrepreneurship. Do not let anything or anybody rob you of your identity. Do not compromise. If A doesn't want you, B will. Even if B doesn't either, go and create your own A and B. You are the best because you are you. Do not strive for something else, someone else's identity. You are enough. Let the kings and queens, according to the scripture, come to the brightness of your rising. You have been equipped enough to showcase your brightness for the world to see. Second, your communication skills. Be bold enough to communicate what you want or what you carry to people that deserve it. Don't give the right information to the wrong people or wrong crowd. Remember, when you open your mouth, you let people know how to treat you or regard you. So open it with courtesy and respect. The third one is collaboration. Don't ever think that you can do it all by yourself. Remember the Liverpool FC anthem? You will never walk alone. I therefore challenge you today to never walk alone. Look for someone, some people, or some organization with the same mission and vision and partner with them. Reach out when you need it at this time and age. And with all you have learned, never forget that reaching out is a strength and not a weakness. Let someone hold you accountable or hold someone accountable, and together there is no mountain that you cannot climb. On behalf of the faculty of the ESLM and the entire Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies, I welcome you to your world of infinite possibilities. Go and shine. And as you do, don't forget to always be a giver and not a user. God bless you all.
Hello everyone. I bring you greetings from the Republic of Ghana. My name is Juliana Amaklofe, Executive Director for the Girls Excellence Movement. I also work as a Deputy Director for Finance and Administration at the Office of the President of the Republic of Ghana. I bring greetings and congratulations to the entire Jagils family, the board, the admin team, alumni, and of course the graduating cohort of the 2022 Jagils ESLM program. Congratulations on staying the course of this journey that you started a few months ago, combining it with other life's responsibilities, dealing with colleagues from diverse backgrounds for the first time across continents, and staying the course to complete this program. We say congratulations. You should be proud of yourself. As you move on to implement the lessons learned from the Jagils program on the world at large, I urge you to do so with the Jagils philosophy in mind, which is leading with intent. As you take on the world's problems to solve, I encourage you to do so confidently, leading with intent, because you have been equipped on this program to succeed at whatever it is you take on to do. Congratulations once again. You did it. See you at the top. To anyone out there looking to improve or upgrade on your skills, look no further. Jagils has got you covered. We have executive programs carefully created and delivered by thought leaders in every field. So look no further. Contact Jagils for your next executive training program. Until then, see you. Bye-bye.
My name is Dr. Grace Faraja Kungabantu. I would like to congratulate all graduates for the great journey you have had. go and be the great leaders and change makers of our today's generation.
Greetings to the graduating class of Jagils, ESLM class of 2022. This has been an incredible 10 weeks, and now you have come to the point of graduating. It's been vigorous, it has been a lot of learning, and it has been a lot of dedication on your end. I'm proud to see that you have come such a long way. You have participated, you have engaged, and you have completed your task as assigned to you. This has been a great class to teach, for you to learn, for you to take these steps to greater heights, to promote leadership and step forward. This is very important skills that you must have in order to succeed. You know, success is not an elevator. It's stairs, step by step, guiding you is what you do, is how you do it, and when you do it. Focus, take your time, band yourself with good people around you to make you successful and make others successful with you. I'm extremely proud in what you've shown over the course of this 10 weeks. You have learned many skills that you must now learn to use in your daily activities, whether it be in a leadership position or whether you're striving to be in a leadership position. These are all tools and skills that you must have and need to do better, to make this world a better, safer, stronger, and more prosperous world. Remember that you need to not only just go with the flow, but be the flow. A river does not reverse, but moves forward. You need to do that as well. Take the time to do this with the skills that you have learned through this course. I wish you only well in your future endeavors. Thank you for spending the time with us at Jagils in taking this course, in taking this important course, and this important step to your future and to your future endeavors. We were glad to welcome you, and we will be glad to welcome you again in another course of your choosing and your liking and your interest. Lastly, I'd like to tell you, remember what I've often said. We talked about wooden ships, great big cruise ships, but the best ships are friendships. Use those friendships, trust in yourself, and trust in each other to prosper. God bless you. Thank you very much, and enjoy your graduation.
Well, just like every graduation, we identify students who excel, who did diligent work within the framework of the program. We have two valedictorians who will do a quick presentation of how this program have inspired them. Folks, please help me welcome Kim Lamonte from the United States of America to do this presentation. Then after, we will have Atta R.M. Berker from the Republic of Liberia to also present a valedictorian speech. God bless you, and let's welcome our valedictorians.
Hello students, alumni, faculty, distinguished guests, family, friends, and colleagues. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the graduating ceremony for the Executive Strategic Leadership Masterclass 2022 at the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies. It has been an absolute honor to learn alongside each and every one of you. You all have such brilliant minds and amazing gifts and truly want to learn how to lead to make the biggest impact possible. I feel like we've become a family over these 10 weeks in the masterclass, the part of the Jagils family, the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies. And I want to share with you just a brief story. So about 13 years ago, I was living a completely different life than I'm leading now. It was unsustainable because I was a corporate professional, very high performing, but I lived behind my mask of performance to hide the fact that I was struggling with alcohol misuse and my mental health. And a conversation with my leader, who was very vigilant, who saw the signs, actually changed my life, and I entered into sobriety in 2009. So almost 13 years later, I am still on my sobriety journey, and what I've learned along the way, number one, we are not alone. So if you yourself are struggling, you are not alone. Number two, it is okay to not be okay. And I have learned that we all have adversities that we come across throughout our lifetime. And it is really up to us to take those adversities and the things that we have learned along the way and pass them on to others, light the path for other people to follow. I didn't have someone to follow through my recovery. I did it on my own. So it's about sharing my experience, sharing your experiences to help others. I recently read a book, The Alchemist, one of the most amazing books I've ever read. And in that book, they talk about finding your personal legend. Now, your personal legend is basically what you were put on this planet to do. It was something that was predetermined before you were even born. It is the gift that is deep within inside of you that you must find and unlock to be able to step fully into your power and make the biggest impact possible. And you'll find keys along the way that will help you unlock each level to finding your personal journey. I told Dr. Abbey one day in a WhatsApp conversation that I truly feel that he has been a very integral key in finding my personal legend, as well as Dr. Chibu, because Dr. Chibu led me to Dr. Abbey and this course. Other people have been keys to my personal legend, including the doctor who helped me through my journey of sobriety. But what I've learned is that in order to find our personal legend, we have to follow some rules. And they're pretty simple rules in life. And number one, know who you are. And Dr. Chibu's probably smiling from ear to ear right now because he taught me that. Because in order to unlock your potential, you need to know who you truly are. What are your values? Who are you? What do you represent? What is your personal legend? Once you know who you are, it allows everything else to fall into place. Be intentional. That's another thing Dr. Chibu taught me. Always be intentional about everything that you do. When we are intentional about things, we are focused and we are calling those things into our lives. When you feel that you are too small or you are not big enough to have a conversation with someone or step into a powerful conversation or step into a powerful room or role, know that you are stronger than you believe and your voice matters. Know that you belong in those rooms. Because what you have to contribute in those conversations is powerful. Always give before you get. That's a rule that I follow all the time. And always align yourself with the people who believe in your dreams and who see you and who can surround you all the time and tell you to dream big. I started my own company 2 years ago and it was just me. And now I've surrounded myself with an incredibly brilliant team who have skills beyond my imagination, who tell me all the time to Kim, dream big and let us worry about the how. I have no problem stepping out on a stage and speaking to 1,000 people, but my team would never dream of doing that, yet I could never dream of doing the things that they can accomplish. But together, we accomplish great things. So find your tribe. Find that group who believes in you, who believes in your mission, who wants to help you find your personal legend. Find those keys along the way. They are there. You just have to keep your eyes open and look for them. So that's my message for you today. It's dream big. Find that tribe. Commit to you. Know exactly who you are and be intentional. And the rest will all fall into place. So congratulations, Executive Strategic Leadership Masterclass graduates of 2022. I am proud of you. And I am honored to be a graduate of this program right alongside of you.
Our dynamic guest speaker for this auspicious occasion, the board of the Jacobs-Abbey Institute for Global Leadership Studies, the founder, the leadership, and members of the Alumni Association, fellow members of the graduating class of the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies. Let me first begin by thanking the Jacobs-Abbey Institute for Global Leadership Studies, staff, alumni, for the outstanding selection. My outstanding selection as one of the valedictorians for both the graduation of the International Human Rights Educational Leadership Cohort and the Executive Strategic Leadership Masterclass. I'm extremely elated by this selection. Fellow graduates, the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies has created that unique platform for professional growth and development amongst diverse group of individuals with different career persuasions. The both trainings acquired by all of us at Jagils, I'm optimistic will go a long way in impacting the lives of local communities across Africa and the world and influence national and global decision-making processes. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow colleagues, my entry into the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies program created new frontiers for learning and capacity building for me, especially in the areas of understanding human rights approaches and dynamics in the context of protection and development, and as well as economic and social dimensions to human coexistence. The Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies, many of you may agree, is a unique institutional platform for capacity building in the areas of human rights, leadership, peace and security, diplomacy, amongst others. As a graduate and inspired by the Jacobs-Abbey Institute for Global Leadership Studies fundamental base, I would aspire to shortly organize a regional leadership training in Liberia for CSOs, youth, security experts, policymakers, and women on aligning climate change to human rights leadership, peace, and security. Through the Jacobs-Abbey Institute for Leadership Studies training, I'm currently also negotiating a partnership between the Jacobs-Abbey Institute for Global Leadership Studies and the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union, of which I am a member of the 3rd General Assembly, hoping to be re-elected in the 4th Permanent General Assembly to provide capacity building opportunities for CSOs across Africa and the diaspora in different thematic areas. Fellow colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm more than inspired to remain engaged with the Jacobs-Abbey Institute for Global Leadership Studies beyond this graduation.
Hello everybody, congratulations to all of you on your completion of this amazing course in human rights and in the Executive Strategic Leadership Masterclass. Congratulations. My name is Ama Bortsi and I am the president of the Jagils Inspirers Alumni Network. As you officially graduate today, I want to also officially welcome you all into the Inspires Alumni Network. It is indeed a great privilege for all of you to transition into this amazing Inspires network. Congratulations. As president, my team and I will ensure that all of us have a good time. The Alumni Network, in collaboration with Jagils, will be attentive and glean from individual experiences, skill sets, and inspire each other. We are excited for all of you to join us, as we know that the training that you have acquired from these courses will indeed enhance the network. As trained persons in human rights, we know that you have gained deeper knowledge and understanding of the issue, which we know that we will be greatly enhanced as alumni network. As trained leaders from the ESLM, we also know that you have deep understanding of everything leadership. We are confident that you are all great leaders who possess clear vision, are courageous, who have integrity, are honest, have humility, and most of all, clear vision. We are hopeful that you will be great addition to the alumni network, and together we will operate with the most important leadership qualities of integrity, accountability, empathy, humility, resilience, vision, influence, and of course, positivity. I look forward to working with all of you and in collaborating with you on a number of projects in both human rights and also all things leadership. Thank you all and congratulations. And once again, welcome to the Inspires Alumni Network. Indeed, together we move. Thank you.
Well, here at Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies, we also give our students opportunity to share their stories. We have students from diverse backgrounds. We have medical doctors, we have musicians, we have Roman fathers, we have pastors, we have entrepreneurs, we have engineers, we have IT specialists, we have lawyers, we have engineers, all manner of individuals from diverse backgrounds who went through these programs. And of course, they want to share their success stories. So why don't we take this moment to show you some of their stories. Please watch.
Emmanuel Obui is my name. I joined Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies in 2022. This program has helped me improve my communication and leadership skills, and also taught me how to deal with conflict in workplace. The Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies has improved my vision about leadership, time management skills, and how to deal with stress, how to multitask, and delegate. One of the important lessons that I've learned throughout the 10 weeks is that as a leader, you will be held accountable in any decision that you make. I therefore encourage you to join this program. Make the best decision to acquire knowledge that will help you to grow in life. Enroll now.
Hello everyone, my name is Linda Nkechi Emmanuel with student ID Jagils 220141 from Nigeria. A member of the class of 2022 Executive Strategic Leadership Masterclass, an initiative of Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies. What inspired me to enroll in this course is my desire to build a strong leadership capacity and also strengthen my personality for the world and the workplace at large. The past weeks have really been very inspiring, and I've learned a whole lot from the live session, the quizzes, the group discussion, and the project, which has been very tasking. All the courses taught were very outstanding. I can't really say which one is best because all of them speak to a different dynamics in life. I want to personally appreciate all the facilitators, Dr. Jacobs-Abbey, Dr. Professor Yohambed, Dr. Chibunna, Professor Onyari, Professor Binto, and Professor Mensah. You guys really did a great job. Thank you very much. I want to appeal to all investors, corporate institutions, organizations to kindly support this great initiative because it's producing great leaders for the global world. If you are looking for where to build your leadership skills and to learn about leadership, look no further. Kindly visit www.joglobalinstitute.org. Thank you.
My name is Margaret Chichi Nkiri. I'm from Nigeria and member of class of 2022 International Human Rights Leadership Cohort with student ID Jagils 210561. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have been part of the recipients of this course because my work as a development practitioner in the social sector is fundamentally driven by human rights processes. And this course has given me more knowledge on how to better incorporate human rights dimensions in my work. With the insights I've gained from the 4 weeks lecture taught by faculty experts, I aim to cascade learnings, especially in the area of promoting the rights of women and young girls and other vulnerable groups, giving them the opportunity to pursue their dreams and education. But most significantly for me, it has also helped me gain a more broader understanding of the international human rights principles and instruments within the UN system. And so I would recommend this course to every development practitioner out there and leaders within their organizations. Again, I say a very big thank you to Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute of Leadership Studies, its partners and sponsors.
I am Reverend Father Onu Ladi from Nigeria. I participated in 2022 Executive Strategic Masterclass Leadership Training at Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute. I like to say that it was a life-changing experience. Those 10 weeks of training, learning, interaction, networking were quite intense, rigorous, but also very rewarding. I was glad that I participated in it. Given the chance and the opportunity, I think I would like to be part of more programs of Jagils. I also like to say that as Jagils continue to influence and impact lives, whoever has the opportunity to participate in this program should kindly take advantage of it. On my part, I will broadcast, I will announce, I will also preach this good news to other friends and colleagues of mine to come to learn the good things that Jacobs-Abbey Institute is doing. Thank you. Congratulations to all of us who participated in 2022 program, and especially to my group, my cohort, Team Fearless. God bless you all. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Priska Deditete with the student ID Jagils220187 from Ghana and a member of class of 2022 Strategic Leadership Studies, an initiative of Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute of Leadership Studies. One may ask, what inspired you to join this amazing class? Okay, my quest for personal development and to stand out as a leader everywhere I found myself is what inspired me to join this amazing institute. My overall impression so far has been great because I've enjoyed all the classes, projects taken, and everything that discussions and everything that there is to learn about leadership. And I can say that my skills as a leader has been sharpened. The course that stood out for me was business etiquette. I learned a lot, things I didn't even know was mistakes. I got to know that they were mistakes and they were not supposed to be committed at the business level or in the business environment. What will I tell our sponsors? I'll tell them that if you're an organization and you're looking for where to invest your money and sponsor students to sharpen their leadership skills, they should look for nowhere else but Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute of Leadership Studies. Their strategic masterclass is the best. Thank you.
One of the greatest persons I've ever met in my life. This was a woman who met me when I was a young boy, mentored me, groomed me, provided direction and guidance, and ensured that I have become the most responsible young man you could ever think of. Ladies and gentlemen, for the goodwill message, please help me welcome my mother, my friend, my mentor, Dr. Nina L. Mayo.
Hello, my friends. How are you today? Today is my 80th birthday. That's amazing to me. But what's also amazing to me, it's your day of graduation, and so many congratulations. So, when I think of you as the future leaders, I know you're walking into a world that has many, many issues, from racism to poverty to war to climate crisis, and yet all of this is resolvable. It's up to you. And how do we do that? We care beyond our own personal self. We care for others. We do what we can, the best we can. And so when I think of you as executive leaders, what does that mean? How will you be good in the world? How will you be a good leader? And what I've learned in my years of walking forward is that you, in a way, design your own path. You move forward with conviction, with harmlessness, with meaning good in the world, and you do what you can, because that's all you can do. But to know that you leave this world a better place than when you came into it. And that's up to you. So a leader for others and an organizer and a strategizer, you need to understand that you stand in a place which is very critical now. You're the pioneers of what new thinking is. And you have the ability and the opportunity to change everything in this world now. We need you. We need you to stand for what is good, and we need you to take steps to make it happen. Not to just think it, because words are easy, but beyond words are deeds, and that's what you must do. And in those deeds, it's always considering the other as the self. Now, to learn that level of compassion takes a lot of work, because you have to be at ease with yourself first before you can care for another. So how do you learn that deep compassion? Compassion means to bring together, to be united as one. Yes. And so I invite you to think about a leadership role as one that stands for honor and truth and commitment and dedication, and gives one's life for it. Because what else is there? Success is a reflection of knowing you've done the best you can for as many people as possible and for all of life. Really. The money is a byproduct. It's not the focus. Believe me, it is the ride that you ride through life. But it's not who you are, and it's not what you do. And there are many ways to be a good leader. You can be a good leader by caring for a poor animal on the street that has been run over by a car. It's taking the initiative to care. And in that caring, people are aware that there is a certain way of behaving. And that way of behaving is what makes the world better or worse. So choose better and do what you can. Yeah, when I think about all of you and all that you're learning and all that you are, I appreciate it. I think deeply on it, and I know what it takes. First, you have to put yourself in order. You have to come to peace with who you are. And none of us are great, and none of us are perfect, but We can look at our issues and work on them and take time to sort it out and then begin to care for all the other human beings around us and think. I even advocate politically not to be so angered by what's bad in the world, but think about what are solutions and take actions. And then you'll feel good about who you are, because that's it, versus against something. Because when you're against something, you're using all your energies to make a world, a place that isn't what you want. If you use your energies for believing and doing what you know is right, then the world becomes a better place. And that's really all we want for ourselves, and most of all for our children. I don't know if you heard Zelensky's speech, because he said about the Nazis, yeah, that was World War II. And he said, and now we have to care for the world for our children. Please, for our children and our children's sake, give what you can. Do what is best. Know in your heart that you have an opportunity to build a house that works for everyone. And that's what we need in this world. Everyone counts. And if you can see yourself as part of that, it's wonderful. Then living a good life feels good because you radiate caring and love. And love is great. I think if you look at Dr. Sammy Abbey Jacobs, you would see here is a human being who strives to be the best he can and is doing such good work. I'm so proud of him because he worked with me, or I worked with him, who knows. But in the end, look who he is, and that makes me so happy. The ripple effect. And now you are the ripple effect, and let us ripple throughout the world. Congratulations on this very momentous day, because it is the start of a new beginning. The sun is rising, and it's a beautiful day. Give what you can generously from your heart to others, and all will be good in the world. You'll see. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and blessings for life. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been graced by one of Africa's best on this August occasion. This great woman has served her nation and people of Liberia for over 20 years in many capacities, both in the public and private sectors. She was senior senator of Bongo County for over 12 years before assuming the office of vice president with the resounding mandate for the people of Bongo County to represent their interests, hopes, and aspirations as evidenced by her election as senior senator in 2005 and again in 2014. She was First Lady of Liberia from 1997 to 2003, during which period she founded and led the National Humanitarian Task Force to provide food, humanitarian and medical services to the thousands of Liberians who were displaced as a result of the Civil War. She also advocated for and championed the creation of the Ministry of Gender, which is today the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. Between 1996 and 1997, she served as the Deputy Governor of the National Bank of Liberia, now Central Bank of Liberia, and as President of the Agricultural Cooperative Bank, 1996. She holds a BSc in Economics, Masters in Banking, an MBA in Finance, an LLB in Law, a postgraduate diploma in International Relations, and an honorary doctorate degree in Leadership and Governance. She is a visible and very involved stateswoman with a strong voice for gender equality, advocacy for affordable but quality education, a fair and transparent justice system, the improvement of accessible healthcare systems, improved women's economic and political participation, and an accountable public service system, amongst others. She is one of Liberia's foremost advocates for increased and improved opportunities for women of Liberia and Africa, and is now being called the Jewel of Africa. As an icon, she is a grassrooter and a strong pillar of the Christian community, a believer in women empowerment, multi-democracy, freedom of speech, human rights, and the rule of law. As a result of her more than 20 years of experience in both the private and public sectors, she, unlike most politicians of today, has the privilege to be able to cut across political, social, and ethnic lines, and has friends and collaborators in all political establishments in Liberia. She remains a strong voice for change and progress in our nation, and an icon for Liberian women. With a round of applause, a resounding round of applause, please welcome Her Excellency Chief Dr. Jewel Taylor, Vice President of Liberia and President of the Senate of Liberia. Thank you.
Start by saying a very, very happy birthday to Dr. Nina for the most amazing speech of inspiration that I've heard in a long time. As she turns 80 years old, may the work that she has done be an inspiration for all of us on and off this platform to build a better world. Dr. Onyari, Chair of the Board, Dr. Samuel Jacobs-Abbey, Executive Director, and the ELSM family, all of the ELSM partners, the Alumni Association, the valedictorians and members of the 2022 graduating class, special guests that are online, our family members, sponsors, well-wishers, and friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am grateful to the Almighty God this afternoon, firstly for the precious gift of life, and for this special opportunity to be able to interface with you this morning. This is more poignant as I consider the fact that because of the digital advancement in the world today, I am able to be in two places at the same time. I am here at home in Liberia and am able to speak to the august body of ESLM, members of the graduating class, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please accept my profound gratitude for your invitation to be the 2022 commencement speaker today. I am truly humbled and pray that my participation in these ceremonies and the words I will speak this afternoon will not only leave a small impact on the lives of the members of the graduating class and on the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute, but will become beacons of light to help guide our paths as all of us work towards creating a world that we want to see. Permit me at this time to extend my congratulations to the 54 successful candidates from 40 countries across 4 continents who are graduating from this prestigious institute with masterclass certificates in executive strategic leadership. As a transcontinental leader myself, who has continued to learn, I know it's a strategy for successful and impactful life. I can only imagine the hours spent over the last 10 weeks to be able to get where you are today and graduate from this amazing program. Howbeit, in spite of the difficulties, you are now proud products of a stellar collaboration which brings together some of the best institutes of learning across the world. These institutions include the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies, the Academy of African Scholars for Social Change, the Center for Peace Studies, the International Commission of Diplomacy and Global Affairs, and the Peace Society of Kenya. You must be proud, for you are indeed a chosen generation. For to have been part of this synergy at this critical point in our nation's history is a rare blessing indeed, as normally one would probably have to go to one institute and complete it and go to another institute. You've had an opportunity to have all of the collaboration done in one space. I can proudly state that upon reading the premise on which the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute was built, I agree that it hits the nail on the head. And it talks about the kinds of leaders we need. We are in desperate need of strategic leaders. The words from this prospectus, and I want to quote this morning so we all remember what it is if we want to change the world, we must first change our thinking, end quote. Permit me to kindly add, especially if leaders desire to accelerate their impact for transformation in the new global space that we all live in. It is therefore a pleasing duty for me to extend my heartfelt congratulations to both the consortium of premier institutions in this collaboration and the members of the 2022 graduating class. And I must be prejudiced and say, especially to the Liberians that are graduating, congratulations, you've made me so proud this afternoon. Excellencies, special guests, officials of ESLM, and members of the graduating class, the theme for this year's graduation is Leading with Intent and Diligence, an apt theme for today's global world amidst the myriad of challenges and opportunities we all face. Before I begin my short commencement speech, permit me to state for the record that the process of mind transformation, which each of you have undergone during this period of study, has already provided you with the tools needed for the next phase of your life's journey. Congratulations. Let me add just a few words that will be a recap of what you've already done over the past 10 weeks as we look at the theme, Leading with Intent and Diligence. I want to sum it up in 3 categories. I hope you will agree with me. The value of strategic leadership, the impact of strategic leadership, and the benefits of strategic leadership. Permit me to quote a phrase taken from the first inaugural address of former American President Barack Obama, delivered on January 20, 2009, which I believe still paints a picture of the current times that we find ourselves. And I quote, that we are in the midst of crisis is now well understood. Our nation is at war against a far-reaching network of violence and hatred. Our economy badly weakened, a consequence of greed and irresponsibility on the part of some, but also our collective failure to make the hard choices and prepare our children and the nation for the new age. Homes have been lost, jobs shed, business shattered, healthcare too costly, and our schools, most importantly, fail to prepare our young people for the future. And he ended his quote by saying, each day that we live brings further evidence that the ways we use energy strengthen our adversaries and threaten our planet, end quote. I'm of the opinion that the context of these words ring even truer today. For our global world is indeed in deeper crisis, and there are rumors of wars and wars in many quarters. The network of violence and hatred has spread from now north to south to east and to west. And in today's world, sexual and gender-based violence is alarming. Human trafficking and slavery abound all around us. Sadly, it seems as if those who operate these networks are too powerful or too connected, thus living above the laws, and the instances continue to rise. I believe you agree with me that the world's economic system is shattered from choices made and opportunities lost. Many are homeless, even in previously thought safe havens of our world. Joblessness has become the norm of the day. Healthcare systems are stretched beyond the limit. And inequalities and marginalization of the most vulnerable in our societies, especially women and girls, are on the rise. Sadly, most of our school systems are no longer the cradles of innovation, of knowledge, of value systems and excellence. Hence, they have now produced leaders which are increasingly incapable of making the strategic decisions necessary to build a more peaceful and inclusive world. They now operate in spheres which threaten the very existence of mankind. As stated by former President Barack Obama many, many years ago, where we are today is a consequence of greed and irresponsibility on the part of some, but also our collective failure to make the hard choices and prepare our children and our nations for the new age. I hope you will agree with me that this synopsis paints the picture of our world today. It is therefore without a shadow of doubt that I can say that the world needs a new breed of strategic leaders, those who are capable, who have the political willpower to lead with intent and diligence, and who carry the uncommon fire as our forefathers of old to build a better world for us. This vision was simply stated by the Borgen Project, which summed up the Nelson Mandela's quote of leadership by saying the following, which I believe is important as you graduate today. To be a great leader, one must never give up. Continue to try to bring people together and be selfless, as Dr. Nina just said. For leadership is about working with and for others to achieve a common goal that benefits everyone and not just a few. Kindly permit me to briefly summarize the value, impact, and benefits of strategic leadership that the world so urgently needs today. Simply put, the value of strategic leadership is to bring together and lead a team which ensures the integration, creativity, and innovation necessary to drive a collective vision for long-term success. The impact of strategic leadership is the security of building a firm foundation or an organization which produces the ultimate results expected by all. Some of the benefits of strategic leadership include unity, the reduction in conflict and crisis, increased cooperation and team spirit, inclusion, no matter who you are or where you are at a point in time, motivation, accountability, good governance, high achievement, success, increased benefit for all. And let me reiterate all, because it is about all. Strategic leadership builds trust, allows a system or governance process to be adaptable to the changes in time. It endures and it is sustainable. And we could go on and on and on. But I believe this is the crux of the lessons you have taken over the past 10 weeks. In closing, the crux of the matter is that leaders needed for today's world require a new mindset. This was clearly reiterated in the 2020 Harvard Business Review, which indicated that mindsets are leaders' mental lenses with which they take in information, process it, determine how that information is used, how decisions are made, and what drives them. Simply put, mindsets drive the decisions and actions of all good leaders. This review expanded the discussion to include the different kinds of mindset, stating that the most strategic leaders have a growth mindset, a learning mindset, a deliberative mindset, and a promotion mindset. As such, each of them will be able to see, interpret, and make the proper decisions for successful implementation of plans and vision for the collective good. Permit me to end this address with a famous story which I'm sure some of you have heard, about the eagle who thought it was a chicken. A hunter went out to hunt and saw a baby eagle and brought it home and put it in a coop with chickens. Can you imagine the greatness of an eagle being put in a chicken coop? But that baby eagle saw only chickens. And so over time, it took on the traits of a chicken, even though it was an eagle. We're talking about mindset. This hunter eventually felt so sad that he had captured the greatest bird in the world and subjected it to the life of a chicken. And he decided that he would begin to find a way to let it go back into the wild. He tried many times and took it in the forest on the high elevations, but every time he would release the eagle, it would just flutter back down and begin its life as a chicken. But what changed the mindset of that eagle? One day, as the hunter tried in his exasperation to allow this eagle to take on the attributes of an eagle for which it was, an eagle passed by. And the sound of that eagle ignited something great in that baby eagle. And it looked up and saw something that resembled itself, moving and gliding in the skies with all of the beauty and intellect that the eagle carries. A few days later, the hunter took that baby eaglet on top of the mountain and threw it in the air, hoping it would fly. He had to do that a few times to change that mindset. Finally, the hunter took the eaglet up on top of a high mountain, and the mindset of that eagle was transformed. Upon being pushed into the wind, it began to glide on the wind, assume all of the properties that were inside, and begin to spread its wings and fly. By that one interaction of seeing the adult eagle and hearing it, ignited a fire that allowed it to change its mindset. I believe this is what the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute is trying to do to the young leaders of our day. That we've lived as chickens, even though we are eagles. But in order for us to take on the aspects and the attributes of an eagle, something has to shift. And that mindset shift has to take place. Over the last 10 weeks, I'm sure the graduates have learned so many amazing things. They are now no longer the same as they were when they entered the institute. They have now been given all of what they need to be the true eagles of the new generation we hope to see. As we look at the life of the eagle, and I will just speak a few of the attributes which I believe each person graduating today and those who've graduated before must exhibit if we want to create the world that we need. The traits of an eagle are, they are visionary and have a far sight. The eagles are not concerned about what's happening in the moment. In order for it to pick its food and they have to be live, the eagle will look in the depths of the river, fly and calculate the mileage. And when it gets to the point where that fish or whatever it is that it wants to catch is at that exact point in time, it scoops low, exactly picking it up and taking it away. Those who graduate from the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute and those who are leaders extraordinary must have a far sight. Their vision must be on the future and not on the present. A second attribute that I believe is important is that the eagle cultivates a stable relationship. They are monogamous creatures. They find their mates and they stay together for life. The female eagle will never settle for any male eagle that is irresponsible. Once in a relationship, they build each other, they build their lives, they create the new generation. Each of you must cultivate the stable relationships that Dr. Rena just talked about amongst yourselves, amongst others that have graduated, so that a synergy can begin to create the leadership strata that we need across every nation of our one world. Another attribute of the eagle is that they associate with only the best. An eagle would prefer to fly alone and at the highest altitude than to keep the wrong company. You don't see eagles hanging with hawks or with vultures or with ravens or with beautiful birds. They associate with themselves and they pick the best amongst themselves. Those who have the passion and the commitment and the stamina to fly above the storm. The last but not the least is that they keep a current focus. What is happening? How can they transmit what is going on to create an environment for their future? They never eat dead meat. An eagle must eat fresh meat. And so as new leaders, you must always have fresh revelation. And as a Christian, I know that the fresh revelation comes from only one source, that it is in an enabling book of life, which I believe the Bible is, that will continue to give you the fresh revelation to be the leaders that we need so desperately. Eagles build their homes at the highest point of the mountain, where no one can destroy it. Very rarely can other animals or snakes get to where the eagles build their nests. So as we build the new world, we must ensure that they are so secure that nothing, time or space or incidents will create an environment where they are destroyed. In closing, let me say that these are the traits that I believe all of the graduates of the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute have learned. I pray that you will go out, light your world by your brilliance, your commitment, and help us create this new world that all of us hope, not just for ourselves, but for our children and for posterity. Excellencies, special guests, officials of ESLM, members of the graduating class, of which includes Liberians, and of course, other countries across our region, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today has indeed been a humbling duty for me. And I'm so proud to have been given such a unique opportunity. I do not count it as regular, and I know that it is a privilege indeed. I am greatly honored. Thank you so very much. God bless each of you as you begin this new and amazing journey. I thank you.
The Executive Director of Jacobs-Abbey, our guest speaker, the Vice President for the Republic of Liberia, the other guests and all protocols observed, and the graduates, and the people listening to us from across the world. This is a humbling moment, and learning is a continuous process. And I want to thank our guest speaker with a lot of humility. Indeed, names have got meanings. She is truly a jewel. You can see what she has presented to us, and she has given our graduates a lot of hope. In fact, what we did for the 10 weeks, she has managed to do it in less than 20 minutes. Well, I want to say that let us aspire to inspire someone before we expire. The word of today, it needs readers. And I must say that at Jacobs-Abbey Global Leadership Institute, there is work to be done, and we have to do it. If we want to have a better world, we have to prepare leaders the way we are trying to do. You know, I don't speak much, but I want to say that I'm really honored to be the chairman for the board of trustees. And the kind of the students we have produced, the one for 2020 and the one 2021 and this year 2022, this is just but the beginning, because they say the stone which starts rolling will continue to gather momentum. I am very sure the momentum is going on. And to our graduates, I wish you God's blessings. And as you serve the communities, as you serve your offices and your organization, as you serve your families, so we salute you and we are proud of you. And Jacobs-Abbey Institute will always stand tall because we read with intent. I submit.
Thank you.
Once again, it gives me the pleasure and opportunity and a great honor as the Executive Director of the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies. I, Dr. Samuel Jacobs-Abbey, on behalf of the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, His Excellency Professor Dr. Gerard Akama Onyari, and the rest of the Board of Trustees, and of course, on behalf of the faculties of this great institute, I hereby confer on you an advanced certificate in Executive Strategic Leadership. I hereby confer this certificate on you, and I challenge you, use this certification to better yourself and to bring more laurels to yourself. God bless you and have a great day. Congratulations.
And now, the freshest graduates, the second cohort of the Executive Strategic Leadership Management Class 2022. Abiba Tesfaye, Adenike Adeniyi Ijoma, Adetun Olusola, Adolphus Glikia, Anna Waziri, Benjamin Archison, Benjamin Ashon, Charles Sappho, Clarence Roberts, Comrade Mutebi, Cornelius Yelavila, Daniel Emmanuel Obiri, Donatus Amuzu, Elias Kabuk, Emmanuel Essien, Emmanuel Norte, Esther Denchi, Gabriel Ni Kome, Gata Moses, Grace Osofudure, Ikodia Kalu, Jacob Owusu, Sheba Ture, John Sakala, Jessica Adi, Joseph Kidi Kodia, Kabwe Ensama, Kenneth Debris, Kim Lamontagne, Kofi Bosso, Kolu Sokodolo Walters, Kosi Achirimi, Kwame Tobe, Ladi Onu, Levin Nyonji, Loveline Eliwa, Linda Emmanuel, Margaret Mekuye, Matthias Domlan, Minani Salvatore, Muftau JJ, Nana Badu Boateng, Nicholas Bonner, Nicholas Panku, Odosewa Apau, Prince Afriye, Priska Tete, Pertus Saki, Randolph Densu, Reverend Father John Bosco Ezio Wumelu, Rosemary Nano, Rosemont Ajimong, Samuel Edu, Tegbe Koku, and Ya Roy. Congratulations, the Executive Strategic Leadership Management Class of 2022. You are champions, you are leaders, and we believe that because of you all, the world will be a better place. Congratulations once again. Thank you all.
So far, so good. Wow, what a beautiful commencement service. Well, everything that has a beginning have an end. And so, all too soon, we are bringing this beautiful commencement ceremony to a close. It is also equally important to thank all those who helped in diverse ways to make this a success. On that note, I want to welcome the Director of Operations for the Jacobs-Abbey Global Institute for Leadership Studies, my lovely wife, Nakode Jacobs-Abbey, to give us the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Samuel Jacobs-Abbey. Greetings. It's a great honor to be called upon to give the vote of thanks today. And I'm especially delighted to do this on this august occasion. We first of all want to thank God because it's just by His grace that we are alive and well and we are able to see today. I also want to especially thank Her Excellency for accepting our invitation to be our commencement speaker. We are extremely grateful. We ask that God will bless you. We also thank Dr. Nina Meyerhoff, the President of the Children of the Earth, for her goodwill message. Thank you for your continued support. We also want to mention our Board of Trustees. Thank you very much for your hard work. And also to all our partners, Center for Peace Studies, Sri Lanka, Peace Society of Kenya, Global Diplomatic Council, and Academy of African Scholars for Social Change. Thank you very much for your support. Without you, we would not be here today. And a special mention also goes to the faculty. Thank you for showing up very well prepared and for all the knowledge that you imparted during these 10 weeks. We also want to thank the graduation committee. Thank you for your hard work. It's all that we can see today, and we are extremely grateful. And also to all the students, thank you for taking this leap of faith with us. Thank you for showing up for these 10 weeks. Thank you for coming up every day, ready to learn, ready to put your best foot forward and do your best. And we wish you all the very best in all your endeavors. We are looking up to you to go and make an impact and change your world. We also want to thank all the friends and family who made it today to support. Without you, we would not be here. Thank you very much. And last but not the least, we want to thank the visionary, Dr. Samuel Jacobs-Abbey. You have done a wonderful job. We are looking forward to many, many great things ahead. Thank you all very much and wishing you all the very best for the years ahead.
VP, I'm so grateful today. I'm so excited, having you to be our keynote speaker. I am a Pele Batrap from Lofa County. We have our own organization in Liberia by the name of Kalu Sukodoro Children Foundation, helping the underprivileged children and disabled children in Liberia as well. I'm so excited. This is an opportunity that was given to us for Dr. Abbey, and we make use of it. Also, I'm administrator in California here, working on the forensic department in California. I'm so happy and honored to see you, Mom. own vice president. I look forward to seeing you in Liberia one day. And thank you so much for the great speech. Thank you so much, everyone, our faculties of the Abbey Global Institute. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. It's a comment, so she doesn't have to answer. That's good. Thank you. Okay, I see Atta Aaron Becker. Your hand is up.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Abbey. And let me also use this opportunity to thank my own Vice President of the Republic of Liberia for that inspirational speech. I can just say here that we'll keep working with your office to ensure that we elevate the capacity building opportunities for professionals through the Jacobs-Abbey Institute for Leadership Studies. And so we'll keep working closely with your office, even beyond this graduation, so that we elevate this capacity building opportunity, even beyond this commencement ceremony today. But your speech was actually inspirational, and this speech has sunk so deep down into my mind, and I'm hopeful that it has also sunk down into the minds of other graduates today who participated in the ceremony. Thank you ever so much, Madam Vice President.
I'd like to say thank you and God bless you for this inspiring speech. I have learned a lot, and I hope that I will be able to use it so that I'll grow physically and grow to become like you. But I have a question, and my question is for someone who wants to set up a foundation. Okay, that is centered on women and children, mostly women and children empowerment, mostly widows and young orphans or the poor and needy in society. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start or put up a foundation that is centered on helping women and children? Thank you.
And I want to say this is something that is needed, and Dr. Nina reiterated it in so many ways. That in the end, what we do for one another is the most important thing that we can do. Because it's not about us, it's about those who actually need the love and care. I hate to talk about war years, but the fact is that we have come from a very difficult process, and we still do need a lot of support for women and children. In addition to the fact that I'm vice president, I've run a foundation called the Jewel Starfish Foundation for 22 years, providing education, mentoring, leadership opportunity for girls from 7th grade through to the university. And I know that there are many, many, many more young women, orphans and widows who actually do need help. During the war years, there was a lot of support for orphans and widows, but as we've come out of that process and we're now in a governance space, it is expected that government and some of our more affluent members of our society will begin to do the social welfare work that our people need. So it will be an important thing to do if you have the resources to come and begin that process. It's not about what you have, it's about the impact that you will make, even if you just pick one person. So it's a process, it's a lifetime's work, and I'm sure we have a lot of space. The more we have helping those who are less privileged, the better we are. And so I look forward to hearing about your NGO here in Liberia pretty soon. And you'll find out when you come that there is a lot of work that still needs to be done. So let me welcome you to the space, and we look forward to seeing you as soon as possible.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Okay, we also have Grace Osodofiriam from Nigeria. Grace.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I am so glad having you at my graduation and our graduation. My question is, I want to know, given the fact that in an African setting, women are not normally supported to get to that political level? How was the experience and how did you go about it, getting to that top political level in Liberia? Thank you.
Well, the first thing you have to learn is that whether it's politics or medicine or social welfare or engineering, whatever a woman decides, she must have a passion for it. It is that passion that drives you beyond everything else. So if you find your passion, it will drive you to places that you can't even begin to imagine. Is it an easy road? No, but life isn't easy. And so you must have the stamina and the commitment to remain on course. When you remain on course, in spite of challenges, God will find a way to lift you to where you need to be. And so all I can do is to encourage women. A lot of women are afraid of the political space, but as I keep saying, the political space, especially in the national legislature and in the executive, is where the decisions concerning the essence of life are made. And if women are not at the level where we make up a number that is significant enough to change things, then we continue to be at the end of all of the policies and programs that our government puts in place. So it may be scary, it may look difficult, which it is. The fact of the matter is, if you become passionate about transformation, then you become a change agent. And so I want to encourage those who have the heart and the passion for transformation to go into politics with a heart to serve, with a heart to make a difference. It's not a place to get rich. It's not a place for just using influence. It's not a place for self. It is a place for working for others. And if you have that heart, I believe God will always open many, 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 many doors.
Wow. Thank you so much. All right, we'll take two more. Let's take Daniel Obiri. Daniel from Canada.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and thank you for the speech. It was so inspiring, and I've learned a lot. I know you talk about, trying to also project Nigerian Liberians, those that were part of the group. My question is that having given us such a powerful, inspirational message to us really to empower us into the world, I am also looking at it as that not really your vice president not staying at Nigeria, not staying at Liberia, but also maybe beyond the coast of Africa, whereby maybe you can also empower young people in the diaspora, parents that have also given birth to young people all over here, so that they can also hear this powerful message that you gave to us today, so that it can also push them to the next stage of their life. And one quick thing that I also want to ask is that beyond every successful leader, there is something behind, someone that really encouraged you. But to you, what was your inspiration? Growing up, who really that inspired you up to really get to this level? And I know there has been challenges, but through all your challenges, what keeps you going and what keeps you always empowering young people and helping young ladies to really get to their goal?
So let me start with the second question first. What keeps me inspired is my relationship with Christ and my faith in a God that is able to do more than we can ever imagine or ask. And you may see life as challenging. There will always be challenges. But if you listen to that still small inner voice that God has given each of us, it provides a way. It lights your path. It gives you inspiration and allows you to begin again, even if you fall. You get up and you continue because you are doing something beyond yourself. And so for me, that is what inspires me, that God has given me a platform to make a change in my world. And every day I pray that He will give me the grace to continue to stand and to do what I can. In terms of who inspired me, I would like to say my parents first, because they are always our first teachers. Unfortunately, both of my parents are dead, and they did not see me become the jewel of Africa that everybody talks about. I know wherever they are, I hope they're watching. I also was privileged to listen to Winnie Mandela on the radio as a young girl, coming from an African society where we were asked to sit in the back. And I heard someone called Winnie Mandela speak on the platforms of many places, talking about apartheid, talking about her husband, and talking about the need to change what was happening in South Africa. She became the arrowhead, and unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to really celebrate her like we should have. But for me, she was one of the first ones that told me, hey, by her voice, by her actions, by her activism, that anyone can be what they want to be. And third, but not the least, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who is the first female democratically elected president in Liberia and in all of Africa, who opened unusual doors for women to step through. Because of the work that she has done, I can be the first female vice president of my country. So we are change makers in our generation, but those on whom shoulders we stand have definitely led a path that we can follow. Our times are not as difficult as theirs, so it becomes easy as you go along. But I think those are some of the few persons who have actually impacted my life and encourages me to continue to keep steady and to do what I can.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So we have, I see we have Cameron Coley, who is the president of the Bond County Association in the United States. Cameron, please go ahead and speak.
Thank you all, and thank you, Doc. Are you guys hearing me?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
I'm so privileged and honored. I had to ask permission for the First Lady. We out on weekend, little family getaway, and I asked for permission just to. I've been following the program, but I asked for permission just to be able to greet you all and congratulate you for your successful program. Dr. Abbey, we look forward to seeing you in Rhode Island in the next couple of weeks. We're extremely excited about the work that you have done. Continue to impact the lives of our people. I was wondering the other day why Dr. Abbey found so interest in Liberia, especially more in the minds of our young people. And we're looking forward to the opportunity to listen to you and at the convention. Such an honor again to meet my sister. I don't like to even call her vice president, although I honor her for the opportunity. But she's a dear sister to us as a community, as a family. I just want to say we are extremely honored for the role that you play in our community, in our nation, molding the minds of the young people, especially girls, and your extraordinary leadership. It takes a woman of strength, courage, and the power and authority to be there. I'm fortunate to have a lot of girls, and I always point you to them and say, this is the lady, and my daughter said, I want to be the vice president of the United States. I said, okay, you do have an example of having a vice president in Liberia with such an honor, madam. We're hoping to see you at a convention, but because of other schedule, we look forward to next year's convention. Hopefully, you can be part of the event.
And hopefully we can plan towards it. I haven't been able to attend over the last few years, and I really apologize for the scheduling that always takes me. I have to be home at that period because of the national activities. So let's talk about next year. Who knows? Maybe God will provide an opportunity.
We'll continue to pray. Hopefully, God can give us that privilege to have you to one of our conventions. But such an honor. We extremely honored. Thank you for speaking to the group today. Again, you see, I'm ready. We can get away with my wife, but I still had to be part of this event. Thank you all for the opportunity. Dr. Abbey, again, we say thank you. Thank you for the work you're doing. You are a gift to our community, and we look forward to really having the opportunity to hear from you. And let's plan some weekend Zoom meeting this week so that at least we can connect more before the convention. Thank you all to the graduate. Go and get it. You got the authority now. You have gotten the knowledge. It's about time that you impact. I always say you learn that 99% of the stuff you learn from school, you don't apply it to your real life. But this time, this is a practical teaching. This is a practical program. I can almost say 80% of what you learn in the classroom will be applicable to in the real life. Thank you, and thank you all to the graduates, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, and I appreciate that. So before our last person, which is Carol, all the way in Kenya, I want to tell Madam Vice President a story. So once upon a time, when I was with the UN system in Ghana, at the Liberian refugee camp in Bujumbura, I took upon myself and I drove about 2.5 hours every Sunday just to go to the community to empower and to train them. I did that for 4 years on my own with no remuneration from anyone, just to bring inspiration. And so I became a unofficial Liberian in the camp. Almost every single individual in the camp got to know me. And I have a deep passion for my friends, Liberians, because they are very determined and they are always willing. Whenever you bring an opportunity to them, they see it to the end. So it's important that my friends, Liberians here, will hear me say this to you, so they know we really appreciate who they are and what God has given them. Thank you so much once again, Madam Vice President. I appreciate that. All right, Caroline, we'll give you the last slot and then we'll wrap it up.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you, Caroline.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jacobs-Abbey. All protocol observed. Hi, Excellency Gerald Howard, Vice President of Liberia. It's a pleasure to have you today. It's a pleasure to hear from you and to get all the wisdom that you've granted us today. On behalf of ESLM 2021, and also the new alumni that are joining our network, I just want to say thank you for wisdom. Thank you for showing us that perseverance, trusting in Christ, and focusing is important. In our midst, we have diversity. So many people here are very well talented. They have companies and organizations. Some are startups, some are ongoing organizations, some are just individuals that want to make a social impact in our society. We thank you for wisdom that you've shared today. And my question to you, you have the experience. You have both national experience, international experience, social experience, political experience, academic experience, as we're just starting up. What do you expect out of the graduates today in the next 10 years or 5 years? And for them to be on track, besides being focused and passionate, how do you want us to behave? And how can we win it? Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this important question. What I look forward to in the next 10 years is that those of you who are part of this cohort and some of the others who have graduated before will form the synergies that will create the Africa, for example, that we need. Strong leadership, committed to change, committed to positive change, committed to coming together to help us build the industrialized Africa that my heart so desires. And I think each of us have that desire to create an Africa that we are proud of, an Africa that we can enjoy, an Africa that we can have our children remain a part of as we grow and develop. We hope we'll see you in the NGO sector. We'll see some of you in politics. We'll see some of you in social welfare. But wherever you find yourselves, whatever organization you are in, what I hope to see is that you will be real change makers, committed to the systems that we must build, committed to leading by example, committed to setting new goals that will catapult us into the 21st century. Because in Africa, we are still behind. And we need, with the new era coming up with Africa, hopefully in the next 10 years, having the largest population, with us still having maybe 40 or 50% of the natural resources left on our continent, that we will be developed, that we will be a continent at peace with itself and with one another, and that the industrialization that we need to sustain our own economies will come to pass quickly rather than later. As you joining on your life's road, as I said, passion is important because it is the fire that fuels your walk. If you lose your passion, then you lose your focus and you lose your commitment. So passion is very important, and remaining focused. What you must ensure is that you have a plan. What is your plan as you go into the agencies or the organizations that you are joining? Why have you come to this class? Why did you take 10 weeks off to put yourself through this intense mind transformation process? Is to be an agent of change. And the synergy that is found by all of you working together, keeping in touch and doing similar things across our globe will actually move us into the century where there will be peace and security and integration and inclusion of all of us, especially women and children who seem to suffer so much as a result of whether there is crisis, whether there is peace, whether there is economic empowerment. If we have negativity around us, women and children suffer. If we have positivity in all of the areas that we intend to serve, then we lift up something that God has created. And let me just end with, regardless of what faith you are, and I know there may be Muslims or Christians on this platform, we all believe in the Old Testament, and it says that God created woman at the end of the whole process. When he said everything was good, he realized that there was something missing. And so for agencies, for governments, for organizations to leave the 50% of the fire and the vision and the innovation and the strength outside of what they do, then we have a very long way to go. Hopefully the integration can include what women bring to the table to create a better world. Thank you so much. I am really honored this afternoon.
Wow, what a powerful way to end at this commencement. And once again, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculties, the staff and management, the leadership of the Alumni Council, the rest of the alumni, invited guests, friends and families, and on behalf of my lovely wife, I want to personally thank you so much, Madam Vice President, for spending almost 3 solid hours with us. We are so grateful, and we don't take this for granted. We've taken a lot of photos with you. We'll frame them and keep them in our homes. It will be a memorial whenever we talked about our work in this space. Thank you so much. And I also want to inform you unofficially that on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we will in November awarded you our Lifetime Achievement Award. There are a lot of Liberians coming for this program as well. Ataberka will be there. We hope your schedule will allow you to come. If not, they will be there and they will bring the award to you. But we are humble and we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We hope you'll come and visit Liberia one day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. God bless you. And thank you everyone for coming. Have a blessed afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are, and take care of yourself. And please continue to say a prayer for Madam Vice President so that she will continue.